Hello, Christo Ananth channel members, viewers and subscribers. Very good day to you all. So once again, I am very happy to meet you all with an interesting video. This time with a Malaysian conference that is going to happen during May 2023. So a reputed firm called iferp is going to organize this particular conference, and it has got some very good tie-up with the top order universities as well. So the advantage of this conference is that the quality research articles which are presented in this conference can also be published in the Scopus and Web of Science Index journals, provided they meet their publication criteria. So in this video, we can find out, of course, we are publishing like engineering related articles, whether we can publish research articles to management or maybe economics, psychology, arts and humanities, and so on. Because of course, like engineering, we have several options, but with the management or maybe economics or maybe arts and humanities related fields, there are very less options. And of course, the indexing is also an issue. So we are going to see onto that one. And what is the processing or maybe publication charges for this conference plus journal? They have processing or maybe publication charges, especially for conference alone or maybe journal alone, so that we can go through. So the advantage of this conference is that I am the lead guest editor for this conference, and of course you can submit your quality research papers for this conference. So let us now look on to how we can actually submit this paper, how we can prepare our quality research paper for this conference. So the website's link is given in the video's description. You can have a note of this one. So this is my ResearchGate profile, and you can find the call for papers here. So this is for the Scopus and Web of Science Indexed Conference. It is 6th International Conference on Multidisciplinary Research Studies and Education. So it is ICMDRSE 2023. It is organized in Malaysia. So it's a hybrid conference. You can present your papers both in online or maybe in offline. Okay. So you can find the website here, and our track, the session for which I am the guest editor, is the engineering disciplines. So it is conducted during 19 to 20 May 2023. So you can find the DOI as well, okay, and you can find the information. So here you can see an overview of this conference. So down I have uploaded the brochure or maybe the poster as well. So this is organized by the iferp team. I hope you know about iferp. If you don't know, like you can Google about iferp, like the conferences, what they try to organize, and very good, like very well that they have been in touch with the Scopus or maybe Web of Science Index journals as well. And that is the reason I got collaborated with this team. So the call for papers is given, like basically you have to submit your research paper along with the Turnitin report of less than 15%. Okay, so don't say like okay, I have Authenticate or maybe I have Plaque Scanx. Not like that. Only Turnitin should be there. So you should submit your research paper along with the Turnitin report to the email ID. This is my email ID with the subject. Please try to mention the subject, because I am receiving too many emails and it's very difficult to track the research papers, what you are asking for. Okay, so this subject line, you should mention it as ICMDRSE IFERP MYS, okay, Malaysia. Okay, so I am the guest editor for this conference. You can find a list of articles. So basically you have to submit your research paper maximum like 8 pages in the normal IEEE format. Okay, like it can be like 6 pages to 8 pages. Okay, and for knowing about the IEEE format, you can type in the Google IEEE format, doc format, okay, MS Word format, and you can get the template. You can make ready your paper. So desired figures and illustrations, that should be at least 5. Make sure that you have some proper simulation results, and don't make it a completely theoretical paper. Make it in such a way, okay, so that the paper passes through the conference as well as the publication as well. So make sure you include the proper affiliation details and the academic email ID. Okay, so it's necessary that if you have a academic email ID, university email ID or maybe institution email ID, please include them. And my suggestion, maybe in the forthcoming papers, you include your ORCID ID as well, ORCID. Okay, so that you can include. proper affiliation should be mentioned. Don't include like short forms, SAPC, okay, something like that. Okay, so mention it in full, okay, and include the proper affiliation of all the authors, okay. And don't afterwards don't try to change it. So make sure that's a final camera ready paper, okay. So the registration information you can see for the UG, PG, faculty, research scholars, or maybe industry participants as well, it is $149. So seeing this immediately you will think, it is a very costly thing, it's a Malaysian conference, okay. So you should be aware of this one, okay. So $150 is the processing charges what they have, okay. So roughly in Indian rupees it is actually 12,000 rupees, okay. But if you go for conference presentation and Scopus or maybe Web of Science index publication, it is around $499, okay. So roughly around $500. Again you will think, okay, why this much amount of money? For example, like around like 40,000 it comes. So conference plus journal, it comes around like 40,000. So you should think, okay, there are several journals, okay, so that are liable to be removed in Scopus, and this processing charges is for both conference and for the journal, okay. And the journal, it's a top order journal, definitely it will be, your research article will be indexed as well. There will be no problem in the indexing. I make sure that whatever the research papers I try to receive, okay, from my team members or maybe through my known circle, definitely it will get indexed as well, okay. So the advantage of only conference is indexing in Google Scholar, conference presentation certificate, participation certificate, and awards for the best presentations. So here for the conference presentation plus Scopus or Web of Science publication, in addition to it, your research article will be published in the Scopus or maybe Web of Science index journal. So we try to cross verify everything, and also based on your interest only we try to select a particular journal. And one more thing I should tell you, okay, like suppose let us take in the case this this conference, okay, the journal what you are publishing into, for example, it is having greater charges, let us assume, okay, which means that you are required to pay extra publication charges if it is going to exceed, okay. So that also I should tell you. Again, our people will be thinking about like, okay, why not 10,000, why not 15,000, why not 20,000 in Indian rupees? So that is what you will be thinking, okay. So sometimes what happens, you try to publish somehow, okay, and after 2 months or 3 months it might be removed from the Scopus. Earlier days, like the Scopus journals will be updated every year, so within 1 year you can do anything. But now within immediate queries, immediately the journal is getting removed. So we are making sure that your quality research paper is published in Scopus or Web of Science index journal, and there are no problems in indexing in the future also, okay. As I told you earlier, I'm the guest editor or maybe the lead editor for the engineering related disciplines. Suppose if you have research papers related to physical and life sciences, business, management studies, accounting, humanities and social sciences also, you can submit to the email ID. Definitely I have good collaboration with them as well. And of course make sure that you submit along with your Turnitin report of less than 15%, okay. So as I told you, these are the details. So the important dates, April 8, so the deadline is fast approaching. This is April 8 2023 is the deadline for the full paper submission. April 13 2023, just 1 week after, is the registration deadline. And conference date, it is May 19 and May 20 2023, okay. And after the conference, the paper will be published by the grace of God within maximum like 4 to 6 months, okay. So that much time it will take. And don't think about like, okay, my paper is published, it is not indexed. Don't think about like that. Suppose if you have the paper published in the Scopus journal, and if it is not indexed, means please feel free to ask me. Definitely I will guide you about how you can manually request the Scopus team to index or maybe include your research article in the Scopus. So that's all about this conference. So the deadline is fast approaching. Please send your valuable research articles to my email ID along with the Turnitin report of less than 15%. So I'm sure you would have benefited a lot out of this video. It's a international reputed conference organized in Malaysia, and this firm has been organizing back-to-back conferences, and publication in Scopus or maybe Web of Science or maybe SCI index journals is a greater advantage even, and there will be no indexing issues as well. So if you have any clarifications, any questions, doubts even, please feel free to share them in the comment section. And if you have to genuinely review any Scopus or maybe Web of Science or maybe SCI index journal, please feel free to share them as well in the comment section. See you then in another interesting genuine review. Till then, collaboration is everything.